Welcome back, guys. It's always a good day when prices are pumping. Guys, AERO has been a very stressful token. I've made a lot of money off this token. I have lost a lot of money off this token. This token stresses me out. But guys, today we're going to give a little update on what's going on with AERO. We're going to touch on LPs, the passive income we're making off of it, the leverage choices I am making on AERO. Should we leverage AERO? Should we deleverage? What is our plan? And then my profit taking strategy, guys. Because if you don't take profit on AERO, this coin is going to screw you. Guys, I have made so much money off AERO and I have given it all back twice now. So guys, we are going to give a better profit taking strategy. We're going to lay out and submit some rules in place so we make sure we're taking profit at the right times, guys. So again, we're gonna touch on AERO's price action, what's going on, the LPs I'm running to just create more AERO every single day, the leverage decisions I'm taking, and then how to actually sell and keep your gains, and maybe even what we should do with them. So guys, let's break it down. Guys, first thing is first, guys. We have a beautiful 50% pump we've had from 30 cents up to 65 and some change down back to 60 cents. We are up 50% in a week. That is beautiful, guys. I think we can even check that over here just to make sure. And guys, looking at CoinMarketCap, yes, 49.6. We are up 50% in a week, guys. AERO has been a very emotional coin, guys. This coin I have bought, I think the first time I bought this coin was at $1.80, and I rode this all the way down, back up in crazy amounts of profit from buying the dip and running liquidity pools. Guys, I ran liquidity pools all throughout this, and I am still net positive on AERO, and I even was when we got down to 30 cents. Because I have been printing so much money on the side, guys. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I print all that extra AERO and how you can do it too. Because it's one of the simplest liquidity pools to run. It's full range. I absolutely just love it. It just prints out money for me every single month. But guys, is AERO a good buy right now? If you don't have any AERO, guys, here at 60 cents and you want to start getting exposed, I most definitely would. I'm not taking any profit out of my AERO until we reach back over $2 again, guys. And I mean that. You can hold me to that, guys. I'll be sharing videos when I do. But guys, I'm holding this for at least $2. So if anything under that, I am buying. Anything under $1, I am aggressively buying. I love me some AERO. Now, if you want to try to wait for a cute little dip, you can try to get cute with it, but honestly, I wasn't expecting much lower than the 42 cents. The fact that we got 30, hey, I didn't really see that coming. Nose down there. We dipped down there a little bit, got cute with the little 30-cent mark, bought a little more, accumulated some more for free with the liquidity pools I have. I print more AERO for free every single day. And guys, let's just go ahead and show you how I do that. So guys, as you can see right here, I have my USDC to AERO liquidity pool. And guys, I have had this thing open for over a year now. And this thing used to pay super fantastic at like 250% APR. So I was making like so much money each day, it was stupid. Okay, we're down to like 40%. Okay, so the game is a little different. But guys, I just keep printing more AERO for free all the time. Look, another $336 right here, where it just keeps coming back into my account. I just claim this and put it on the next purpose I have for this money. Guys, you need to always keep your money moving. I opened this last March, April, and let's just look at what the price was back then. The price was $1.50. I entered this pool with actually the same dollar amount. So not only is this pool the same, I entered this back like last March. So this thing has been printing for months and months and months, literally over a year now. And it's just made me more money every single day. And I can claim this AERO and I can use it to reinvest in this position, to open other positions, what I'm gonna show you in just a second. I'm gonna use these AERO rewards to invest in another position. You can use it to buy more Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Solana. You can use this is money you're making. This is how you're using your portfolio to make more money every single day. How you can cash flow your lifestyle, how you can cash flow to new investments, how you can use your money to work for you. And you know, 40% is nothing to scoff at. This is 40% on top of what I'm already making off of my AERO, guys. And I'm using this 40% into other investments so you can see how that would compound. If I'm making 40%, but then wherever I invest this doubles in price, I was making 80% the whole time. If I throw it in something that 10x's, was I making 40% or was I making 400%? So obviously there is levels to this shit, and so I do want to show you exactly what my plan is here. So what I'm doing right here, this is Extra Finance, beautiful platform. It'll allow you to open some of these pool and farm positions, and it lets you leverage them. So you can borrow extra USDC or even AERO and leverage your pools. I don't recommend borrowing AERO, I recommend borrowing USDC, but I just want to show you what I'm doing. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking my rewards from here for the next couple months, and I'm taking this free AERO I'm earning, I'm going to pump it into this XtraFi position, which is about a 2x leverage. And so if you're curious why I don't just reinvest it into here or why I'm wanting to take out that 2x leverage, the reason is because at a 2x leverage, what I'm trying to do is, if you know anything about farming and liquidity pools, you know that this position right here, because it's paired with USDC, it's not going to gain as much dollar amount on the way up as it would if it was just spot AERO. But it benefits me when price goes down because it's not going to lose as much either. So guys, my whole strategy here is to take my risk-free capital, right? This $336 I made the last couple weeks, and pump that every month that I'm making into this position right here. And my goal is to try to get it to where if you see like price per AERO at the top, it's up 27%. You'll see that my leveraged farming spot is up 27% as well. So what I'm trying to do is eliminate that USDC exposure. And so how I'm doing that is by 2xing, right? I'm basically just getting rid of that USDC position by providing extra liquidity borrowing, right? I'm borrowing extra USDC so I have more AERO. That way, dollar for dollar amount, I am still making like I was holding spot. So now I'm getting the best of both worlds. And you can see that, for example, let's simulate 30 days, right? So this will show me what a month looks like. If AERO doesn't move in price, so let's try to get it on the 0 here. My mouse is so sensitive. But let's just, okay, 0.6%, whatever. If AERO doesn't move in price, I still earn 5.5% a month. After paying the interest on the stuff I'm borrowing and everything, I'm making 5.5% a month, which is nothing to scoff at when your retail investors are making 10% a year. I'm doing half of that and a little more each month with very, very low leverage. And that is also the sauce, guys. You want to make sure you're using low leverage. Do not over leverage yourself and get liquidated. So what I am doing here, guys, is I'm making that 5% a month, but I'm also maintaining my exposure to AERO. So if AERO pumps up another 45%, I make 6% off my yield per month, but I'm also up 46% leveraged farming. So my whole goal is to try to have a close to spot position. That way I'm getting similar returns that I would get if I was holding just AERO. But I'm also making 6% per month, which you can now do as well and make some serious money. Because especially if you're a guy with, if you have like 10K in this, right, and you're making 6% a month, that is $600 extra a month that you have. That is a car payment, that is insurance, that could be a big chunk of your mortgage. That's just money you don't have to throw fresh into crypto each month that you already have generating money for you. So if you're holding a bunch of AERO, you could literally just monetize it right here and make more money. It's super easy once you figure it out, but I know you might have a couple questions. But what I'm doing is I'm using this position to cash flow risk-free into this position, right? So I started putting some of my AERO rewards in here basically at the beginning of the month. And so I put a $900 in, maybe it was like $800, not even a lot, and it's up 560, it's up 61%, right? So the first reward chunk I put in has now, it's up 50%. So I'm up like $600 almost in literally like 15 days. So definitely not bad. And you'll see that, you know, it's earning 63% APR. I'm making $2, $3 a day in rewards. So nothing to scoff at, guys. I mean, that's money that is just making itself. That's money that's just generating for you. That's not even anything you have to do. That's just free money. So I'm making almost $3 a day off of that, and also fully exposed to AERO. So guys, and this will just build and build and build and compound over time. As AERO goes up in price, like say AERO doubles from the 50, 60 cents it is right now to $1. I'll be making $5 a day. It's every other day I get a free Chipotle bowl that way, guys. I mean, listen, that's what it's all about. It's free Chipotle bowls. So just make sure you don't over leverage yourself, but this is a way that you can create, for example, I had this game plan right here, right? So guys, my AERO USDC pool, that's the one right here, right? You know, 11 grand in here, pumping out 40% a year. I take these rewards every month at the end of the month. or sometimes every other week. It just depends on what I'm feeling. I take those, and if AERO is under $1, it goes right into this pool now. This is the new job I have for my AERO pool, is to fund this leveraged pool, right? That way, if price goes back to 250 again, this thing will be absolutely cooking. 5x from here, right? So I have that plan. So I have this game plan laid out. And if AERO is over $1, if I'm feeling like, I don't want to go into a leveraged position over $1, I can lend it out as USDC, or I can lend it out as Bitcoin or something instead. The point is I can take these profits and repurpose them for something I feel is more useful, because I don't want to buy at $1.50 with leverage, right? You know, I'd just hold spot, or I would lend it something else. And then when AERO's over $2, guys, this is our game plan. This is our profit-taking strategy, right? When AERO is over $2, take this farm and close this position. And I have two options. I can either start lending USDC, take it as all profit, right? Boom, we hit a 5x, start lending this out as USDC, or just hear me out, I can then take it and rotate it back to regular AERO USDC. And then it's back in the spot position that's not leveraged. And this USDC will help cover my downside while I'm still kicking out 40% if price keeps pumping up to, let's say, $3, $4, $5 AERO, right? I've reduced my exposure. But at these prices, when AERO's 30, 40, 50, 60 cents, leverage is a no-brainer that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna increase my exposure, and I'm not over-leveraging. Remember, I'm just getting myself to a position that is equivalent of what holding spot would be. So you find something around that 2 to 2.5 range, and you'll see that when price is up 30% on AERO, your farm's up 30%. When price is down 15% on AERO, your farm's down 15%. You want to find something that is going to be somewhat equivalent, right? That's what we're trying to find. I'm trying to find something that basically makes it like a neutral spot position, but I'm also making 6% a month. And that's my whole strategy there. So guys, if you have more questions about how this whole thing works, let me know in the comments. I do it every single day. I teach it in my private community, right? Which there's also a link in the description if you want to join. You get one-on-one help. We'll teach you how to cash flow and how to make a shit ton of money every single month. So guys, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. If you're interested in joining our group, click the link in the description. Like, subscribe, and as always, boys, see you in the next one.